Hello all, welcome back to the channel. By the end of this video, you'll learn how to correctly install locomotive and coaches into train simulator. Before jumping onto this video, this is for people who are getting miles per hour in the track monitor. Go to your MSTS folder, click on routes and then Mumbai 2011. Scroll down, you will be seeing a file with the name Mumbai 2011.trk. TRK file is the file which gives you the details. Click on open with, choose notepad. Notepad is enough to open this .trk file. Scroll down and you'll be seeing mile post units. It's already kilometers for me. For some of you it will be miles. Change it to kilometers. Make sure it is capital K, KILOMETERS. Once you have changed, file, save and close. If you open the game now, you'll be seeing kilometer units in your track monitor. Here are the list of the files which you'll be requiring to make this activity. Check the list on the left side of your screen. Now go to trainsim.com. Make sure you have registered. Without registration, you will not be able to download the files. Now click on file library and search files. Using the names given on the left side of your screen, it's in the description as well. You can copy that zip file name and paste it under file name and search. Now download it. Do the same thing for all the files present on the left side of your screen, and once you're done with that, come back to this video. Now let us install a locomotive. I always do this. I always create a new folder and extract there so that I don't get confused. Now let's open this file. Always click on the readme file and read the installation instructions. This file has a self-installation for installing the train set. So it says it'll go into program files, Microsoft Games, Train Simulator, Trains, Train Set, and the folder name will be wag9_h_hi-. So you need to make sure the path is right. Your path might be different, it may not be same. So make sure the path is right, but then you have to make sure it enters into the train set folder. Train set folder is like the shed for locomotive and coaches. Now let us install it. Double click on the .exe file. Yes. Next. You'll be getting all these 6 locomotives. 6 different WAG9s. Next. Make sure your path is right. For me, I've installed it in F drive. Other things are perfect, so I'll be changing it to F. Now click on next. And start. We are done. Just to make sure, let us get back to the main train folder. Then under that trains, train set, search for the file which we installed. It should be wag9_h and we have it at the last. So it's perfectly installed. Now let us learn the basic things about the locomotives. When it comes to this game, the locomotive folder should have the basic files like .eng, .s, .st, .ace. Along with that, you should have cab view and sound folder. Cab view is needed to have a view inside the cab, and sound is for the locomotive sounds. Now sometimes you'll not be seeing some files, so in order to make sure all the things are available, we will go to the sound file first. .sms file, sound management system. Now once you go there, you're able to see that the sound files are different. It says Acela. The good thing about this thing is we did basic MSTS installation, and do you remember that I asked you to go for complete installation? So that reason being, some of the Indian content will be using the content present in the MSTS. So now go to trains, train set, and you'll be seeing Acela. And go to the sound folder over there. Now let us go back to, these are the SMS files present. Now let us go back to sound and open the SMS file. Over there it says the sound is Acela underscore power underscore cruise 1 dot wave. Just copy that and go to your Acela folder, paste it, and yes, we have it, which means that we will not be having any issues when it comes to train. There will be multiple .wav files here. You can search everything and make sure all are present. So once those things are done, we are ready with the sound. Now same way with the cab view. Now let us open the .eng file. It's the engine file. The other things can be ignored as you need not modify anything in that. ENG files can be opened using a notepad itself. Now once you open that, you'll be seeing the type engine. So it's a powering source. Now if you scroll down, you'll be able to see a lot of things which defines the loco. The first thing which you want to see is the sound, the .sms file. We did look at the sound folder wherein these files were present. So the engine file is accessing that .sms file, and if the file is present and all the sounds are present, your loco will be working properly when it comes to sound. Same way, scroll down until you see a cab details. So there's the max power force is the one which defines how your locomotive will perform, and the max velocity seen is 125 miles per hour. So these things can be modified by you, but I would suggest you not to touch it as creators have made it accurate. Now coming to cab view, you'll see wap5.cvf. Go to cab view and look if that file is present, and we have it, which means we'll be getting the cab view properly. Now with this, our locomotive is completely ready, and you can use it anywhere to play it. You can have a look at all the other things. SMS files once again will be present. So all the details can be seen, but I will not go into details of all the things because I don't want you all to get confused. So these are the basic things required when it comes to locomotive. You should have a cab view, sound, the .eng file. The shape files will be there, I'm pretty sure. No creator will share you their content without the shape file. So if you're having these things properly installed in your folder, your locomotive will work properly. So .eng file will be linked to sound and cab view as well. So with that, we have completed the installation of a locomotive successfully. And sometimes, as in this case, WAG9 was using a different folder's files. That is also possible in MSTS. So I would suggest you all to always read the readme file. Sometimes your locomotives will not have cab view and sound, but then the locomotive, that .eng file will be using files already present in the game from the default files like Acela or -9 locomotives. So I would suggest you all to open the .eng file and just make a small check before you start playing it. Now let us see how the wagons work. It's almost similar to engines, but then wagons doesn't have a cab view folder. Some coaches do have a passenger view, but that is a different case and that is not mandatory. Now let us install the freight wagons. I'm choosing irfrght. So extract it here. Now always start with the readme file. Includes BCNAHS and BTPN freight wagons. You need to copy the files and sound folders into ASM irfrght folder. Now thing here is sometimes we'll not be having folders which they have mentioned. That is not an issue. In that case, we can easily create that folder and paste all the contents over there. That is how you're supposed to go about. You need not worry if you don't have the folder. Here, they are already given a ASM irfrght folder, and the sound files are present along with the WAG files. WAG are the wagon files. Of course, you have shape files. You need not worry about that. Go into sound folder and make sure you have the SMS file and the sound .wav files. Now open the WAG file, and of course you can check on the shape files, but it's not needed as all the creators will give you the shape files. They generally don't give you those SMS files because they'll be using it already from the folders available, or they will ask you to download it from a different zip file. Now these are the wagon details and SMS files as well. aswfrght.ms, you need to just make sure that file is present inside your game. So go to sound, and if you see you have that file, which means your wagon will work properly with a dedicated sound. So if you're able to check all these things, you will not have any issues when you're playing the game. So your loco will be running perfectly, and at the same time your wagons, it could be either passenger or freight cars, will be running perfectly. I initially thought of making this video as an activity tutorial video, but then I understood I need to explain the basic things so that in future, if you want to install something, you can do it on your own. With these basic concepts, you should be able to install any locomotive and coaches you want. So I'll be stopping the video here, and in the next video, we'll be using all the locomotive and coaches which you see on the left of the screen right now to create an activity. And I'll make sure to make that activity interesting so that you'll learn most of the basic things needed for an activity creator. I hope this was useful. See you soon.